What's up, guys? Time for another sneaker review. This time I've got the Nike Air Max 97 Ultra Triple Blacks. Now, just a little bit of context behind my sort of relationship with these shoes. Now, this is my first pair. I previously never ever thought I would buy a pair of Nike Air Max 97s because I never understood the design. Never liked it. I thought it looked, just I'm not gonna, talk shit about it, but it just, the 95s, the 90s, the ones, even the new stuff that's out, the 270s, the 720s, I can understand it. Maybe I was ignorant as to not knowing what the, inspiration behind the design was. I just didn't get it, but I always thought, all this talk about, the famous sort of 97s. I think of the Silver Bullet that did it for everyone, the OG. You've got the undefeated 97s. Those ones sort of look cool, but for the most part, didn't understand it. And you got stacks of colorways now, and I never thought I'd get a copper pair, but this shoe has been a game changer for me because I just looked up a bit more of the history of the shoe, and I think this triple black colorway perfectly sort of encapsulates what the shoe was inspired by. So obviously, most of you would know that the inspiration behind this shoe were obviously the Japanese bullet trains. Hence, throughout the design, you've got these wavy sort of lines all throughout the upper of the shoe, which look cool. Now, also being an ultra model, it's different to the regular model where you've got sort of this is 3M reflective sort of material all the way around. So to me, this has always been a bit more, or much more appealing to me. It's slicker, looks cleaner, doesn't look as, to me, ugly as the normal sort of models, which where you've got the sort of it's got those flaps that sort of make it look so ugly. I don't even know what the idea was behind that. I hear some people don't like the ultras, that say it looks tacky and cheap, but I reckon maybe on some other colorways, yeah, I've seen some orange ones, some horrible lime ones, but the triple blacks here, I mean, man, these are fucking fire. They look amazing. Why? Because I love the contrast. I love the contrast between the 3M reflective sort of waves. In the night time, even take a photo with a flashlight, you take a shot of it, it just looks brilliant. You've got the reflective lighting running all the way up here. These sort of, is it 2, 3 sort of lines? I think it's just these two at the top here. That's reflective, and then when you see it at night, it's just much like all sort of 3M shoes, it's just awesome to see. And that's sort of the bright spark you get from the shoe, but that contrasts really nicely with the fact that this is a bit of a sleeper of a shoe. It's triple black, it's understated, it's classy, it rolls under the radar. You can rock it with anything, just like any other triple black shoe. I love my triple black shoes, just like most of us. It goes with everything. You can't wear white with everything. At least I think so. Sometimes it's just the white gets dirty, the weather's not right. Black, perfect. All occasions, you can wear it. So for me, this is what really did it to get me over the line to get some 97s. They were hard to get here in Australia. For some reason, these run a little bit big, to be honest. The size 9 was a little bit big. In terms of the comfort levels, fuck me, this is so comfortable. I mean, I've worn Ultra Boost, I've worn Yeezys, I've worn React. I've worn all sorts of Air Maxes, the 720s, the 270s. I mean, this thing, it feels like I'm walking on air. cheesy shit, but it just feels like I'm walking on air. Because it is air on the, obviously, the sole of the shoe, the cushioning technology, all the way from here, all the way to the front, and it's kind of strategic in the way they've designed it. It's obviously a bit buffer on the rear of the shoe, and obviously thins out at the front, so as you're not losing balance out the front. It gives you the support in the heel, much like the sort of the logic behind the 270 cushioning. But damn, man, this thing is so comfortable. I reckon I get an inch or two in height wearing these shoes, just like the Air Force ones. And I just think this is essential, absolutely essential collection, part of anyone's rotation. You know, the 97s, you know, done a bit of research. I found a shoe that I like. I understand the inspiration behind it. I feel like this really encapsulates everything about, you know, what the OG shoe was about. You know, the bullet trains and the whole reflective lines, the clean look, the clean aesthetics of it. You think of a Japanese bullet train, this thing is slick. The thing is, you know, it's got lights. It's just going around cities and throughout Japan. You know, in the nighttime, you think of boom, you know, that sort of light going around, you know, just like the 3M reflective. This thing is just, this should be the OG, the way I see it. I see some of the other colorways, and yeah, some of them are nice, you know. I think the South Beach, you know, those things are pretty cool, funky. But this is clean. This just has a nice contrast. It fits in with the whole narrative of the, you know, the idea behind the shoe. So this has been a real game changer for me. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna purchase more 97s in the future, but this is one I definitely, you know, happy to cop. Now this is 250 Australian, so I don't know what that is, 160 American. It's, you know, it's not cheap. I think it's a little bit more expensive than your sort of standard models, but is it worth the money? Definitely yes. Do you get street cred, you know, wearing this? Yes. It's not a particularly hyped up shoe. I think, you know, talking to people, the ultras, you know, some people don't like them. They want to stay away from them. They think it's not a true 97 shoe. You know, it's just one of them options that people don't really like. But to me, I think these things are dope. I couldn't, you know, I could not envisage not having them as part of my rotation. I have not. I've still got the little pods here inside because I haven't actually worn these out yet. They're still. I've only sort of walked around them in the house, but yeah. I think, you know, in summary, the cushion. We know all what Nike Air is. It's stood the test of time for a reason. Very, very comfortable. Doesn't take much of a break-in period, I don't think. You know, it's typical sort of Air Max shoe. It's just so comfortable. It looks great. It feels great. You know, I think I spoke about one of my other videos. When you wear a shoe, you feel it. It looks good. It feels good, and to be honest, that's all that matters, because you know it's gonna look good when other people are looking. Some shoes, not so much. It doesn't feel right. It might be comfortable, it doesn't look right, doesn't feel right. Something is missing. You know, other people, you know, your mates have a, you know, see what you're rocking, and they'll be like, "Fuck, man, it looks great on you." You know, where'd you get that? Yada yada yada. But then you ain't really feeling it every time you're wearing it. But for me, this is one of them shoes where, whether you're out and about at night time and you see cars, you know, headlights flashing, and you see the reflective or not, or you're rocking it during the day, either whatever time of the day, it's gonna look really cool. It's gonna look, you know, it's just gonna give you that smile on your face. So I really encourage you guys to just, you know, if you're looking around for something different, a triple black with a little bit of life to it, this thing is, look, I don't know if I said this is an essential part of the rotation earlier. I forget, I'm getting fucking old, but I suppose I won't say this is essential. This is, you know, you got disposable income, you're looking to, there's nothing really hot out there. You got a bit of everything, and you're looking at trying to find some ultras or something. It's a bit different to the regular 97s. You might be a fan of 97s, you might not be. But this thing, I don't know, it's probably fucking popular for a reason, because I couldn't get them. They weren't readily available. So, I'm sure there's a big following for these. But I feel like if you got that disposable income, right, and you got something to sort of throw $250 at, you really can't do much worse than this. This will step up your game. This is a lifestyle shoe at the end of the day. This is not, you can wear it and do whatever you like with it. But for me, I'd be preserving this. I'm not going to go to the gym and smash this. It's not going to be a beater. I'm not going to wear it to work. I'm not going to, go to football training with this. This is something that is to be enjoyed, I reckon. It feels luxurious. It just looks that luxurious. And obviously, like I said, it's a little bit pricier than the normal 97. So I reckon it's like the cherry on top, in sort of your rotation. You can take it out every now and again, and it's just nice to have. It's not essential. It's not an Ultra Boost. It's not a Quantum 360. It's not an Epic React. It's not an Air Max 90. It's not something it's not a Connie. It's not, Air Force One. There's so many shoes that you gotta have them. They serve a purpose. This thing is just, to me, it's a bit of a statement shoe, the way I see it. It tells people that, man, damn, I'm driving past you, I flash my lights, I see that reflection. I don't know what shoe it is, I might know what it is, but, I salute you. They're fucking dope shoes. You get the respect from, random, you get a respect from another sneakerhead. I feel like this is that shoe that everyone can respect, okay? I don't know where it sits in the hierarchy of needs in terms of shoes, the essentials, to sort of your needless sort of designer stuff. But I reckon if you got the disposable income, give this a go. Get it. Best colorway of the Air Max 97s for me. First, possibly last for me, but can't go wrong with them. So thank you for watching. I'll be looking to, again, do a few more videos, as many as I can, to just give a real sort of account for all the videos, for everyday shoes that's in budget for the average consumer, for the average, whether you're a sneakerhead, you're deep into it, or you just love your kicks. I will be endeavoring to just give a real a real review, just from an everyman. I'm not some hype beast, I'm not some reseller, I'm not even a collector, but I got, I'm just passionate about them, and just gonna give a real sort of simple review in layman's terms. So you got any suggestions, please comment. At this stage, it's early days, but any support will be appreciated. Thank you.